This video, I'm going to talk about both, whether or not YouTube is the way to go for your marketing in 2025, and also how to use this in the best way possible to squeeze as many sales as possible from your YouTube videos. And before we start, I need to tell that I'm a little bit biased because I know that YouTube can be a great solution for businesses, not for all though. But for one of my clients, it worked miracles. He said, I am getting a ton of one-on-one bookings, averaging like one new booking a day that are off of YouTube. Can you imagine? It is thousands of dollars of opportunities. So if you are interested in getting qualified leads that actually have money to spend, like the ones that booked a call with me from the screenshots, and that find you on YouTube and that are ready to invest in your solutions, then keep watching. So when using a YouTube sales funnel, the goal is not just getting views and likes and engagement, even though, yeah, this all contributes to our final goal. But we need to keep our objective in mind. We need sales. So as a business, you go on YouTube not to just become popular, but to get sales from it, right? But how do you get sales on YouTube? I'll tell you. The focus has to be on attracting the perfect prospects to watch your videos and schedule a call or sign up to the email list, depending on like what's the next step of your funnel. But here's come the question: how can you reach your ideal customer profile without spending money on ads? Because you know that on ads is pretty easy, right? You target a specific audience and then you find it and then they decide to work with you or not. But on YouTube, it's even better because you don't have to spend money on ads, but it strives to find the best video possible for the particular viewer. So its matching system is unbelievably good. And I'll tell you how to use it a bit later in my 3 ways that I'll talk about today of how to use YouTube for your business. So as you can see, we can use SEO, we can use browse features reach, and we can nurture our leads through our YouTube videos that have already been created, right? And I'll go one by one right now and tell you what you need to do if you want to promote your videos, your business through all these ways. So we'll start with SEO. You've probably heard of this, but by leveraging SEO, we attract individuals searching for particular keywords, of course, connected to your business. YouTube ranks as the second largest search engine globally. So let me explain. When you search things not only on YouTube, but on Google, you will inevitably get YouTube results too. So you don't only get access to all those like billions of active users on YouTube, but you also get access to everybody who Googles stuff. And let me tell you, that's a lot of people. So this is about how it looks. You just insert your question or like keywords and you see already videos from YouTube popping up in your result. So here's a little pro tip of how to use search on Google to get the right videos filmed so that your ideal customer finds you. For example, you go to Google, you insert your keywords and you click enter to search for this keyword, right? And here you will also see people also ask. You see 4 questions here, and you know what you can do is go ahead and film videos on these topics, right? But if you also click unfold and then fold back, you'll see other questions appearing here on Google. And you can do this with every video, with every like question that people also ask, and find even more questions that people ask. You go here, you fold it back, and you have even more questions. And you can just go ahead and film videos on these topics. And when you open up something that you want to film on, like what is the #1 e-commerce platform, you open, close, and you see other questions popping up here. This is one way you can use keywords for your SEO so that people find you on YouTube through search. Another way is vidIQ. Yeah, by the way, you can combine this. You can, for example, like choose like the query here, the one that you like, which Facebook ad is the best. For example, you copy it, you go to vidIQ, you enter it, and you see what score it has. So ideally we want like about 1,500 search volume at least, and low competition. And here we have really, really low competition. So maybe we can tweak this keyword a little bit more. Yeah, because not all people like insert this whole phrase in the search, right? A lot of people just insert a few keywords, right? So you can go ahead and check what keywords they use in particular in related keywords, and you'll see here some other keywords that people use that have high score, like Facebook ad examples, Facebook ad creative, Facebook ads tutorial, how to create Facebook ads, Facebook ads strategy, Facebook ads creative. So you can just go ahead and create a video on Facebook ads creative. And he has pretty good, as far as I see, has pretty good search volume. Yeah, more than 2,000 with a high score is a very good result to go ahead and film video on this topic, right? If you want to just use vidIQ, you just enter like Facebook ads for e-commerce. You just enter Facebook ads for e-commerce and you see what else people are interested in, from related keywords, like similar topics, to matching keywords, the ones that have this phrase in them. Yeah, you see some of the topics here, and you can even see the questions that people insert in the search bar, like how to, what is, and so on and so forth. So this is how you find the topics to film your videos on. So your potential leads search things anyway on Google or on YouTube, and they do find the answers. So the question here is, will they find your competitors' answers on YouTube, or will they find you and your tutorials on that? The choice is yours. Then we move on to the browse features reach. And even though SEO is a great way to get found on YouTube, one of also amazing ways to get discovered is to go niche viral. I get it. Our purpose is not to go viral, but our purpose is to make sales. But you know what? If you go niche viral, you inevitably make sales. Let me tell you why. Sharing videos on YouTube gives you potential exposure of over 2.7 billion active users every month. No other platform can offer this kind of qualified reach. Why I say qualified is because there are different demographics watching YouTube, from students and housewives to high-level professionals and entrepreneurs. YouTube's algorithm is so good that it just strives to find the best match between the video and the viewer. So basically, any person with any interest can find something on YouTube. You may say, Facebook also has a lot of monthly active users. Why not Facebook? But Facebook is more for like building relationships with your friends and family, like getting connected with friends and stuff like that. It's not really a business platform. So I would not consider this as very qualified traffic, you know? How about X, you ask? It has pretty qualified people there that can be potential users of your product or service. It has 650 million monthly users. Yeah, not a bad way to promote your business. But you know what? YouTube is 4.15 times larger than X. You say, how about LinkedIn, which is booming right now, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. But it also still, as for now, has 310 million monthly users. YouTube has 8.7 times more users than that. So you decide how you want to spend your time and money, but I think that YouTube definitely has its role for businesses, especially with the viral potential that it offers. Not many platforms do that, like Instagram does this, right? TikTok, but again, you need to see where your clients are. And YouTube is also something that has this potential because it has the home feed. And this is the feed where people just, while browsing YouTube, find videos to watch. You probably are using it, right? And if YouTube sees that your video gets a lot of clicks and gets watched for a lot of time, then it can offer people to watch your videos through home feed. And this is a very golden place to be, because you'll see how fast your video can get a lot of traffic. But not all the videos have a potential to go niche viral. You need these three components, these three T's, if you really want to hit the home feed and get discovered in this browse features. First of all, topic. When in SEO we did very specific topics, right? We were finding keywords that were asking some specific questions. Then here for browse features, we really need to go a bit broader. For example, you see that this video gets a lot of views from search, how to set up and install the Facebook pixel in 2025. And this is a very specific query, right? And it would be perfect for SEO. But if you want to go niche viral in browse features, I would suggest this approach. New Facebook ad secrets, tips, and strategies for 2025. So this doesn't really tell exactly what secrets, what tips, what strategies they're going to tell about, like even what area the strategies will be from, right? This can be from ads creative, this can be from setting up the ads. Like it's not clear, it's broader. But for browse features, you need to do exactly that. And you need to reflect this with your title. So instead of how to that we usually use for SEO, we try to use the best, the most, the newest, the fastest, the easiest, and other loud words that are not particularly tailored for some specific query that people have. And your thumbnail. If you wanted to somehow skip the thumbnail creation process, you can't if you want to go niche viral. But good news, I have this video where I go through the whole process of clickable thumbnail creation live, and you can watch it and get the sneak peek of the process that I use for creating highly clickable thumbnails. Then what else we can do with our YouTube videos is we can nurture our leads. For example, you can use it in your email list, right? If you already have people who subscribe to you to hear about certain topics, they would totally appreciate the videos, the tutorials that you would share with them. One of my clients does that, so it's some kind of a teaser usually for him. Like, you can use a different strategy, some kind of a teaser that goes like in the beginning of this letter, and then in the end you offer people to watch the whole video to find out all the steps of the process that you promote here in the headline. You can use AI to generate you this teaser. It's pretty easy to do right now. Another way to nurture people who've already subscribed to you is to use it for other platforms like Instagram, X, LinkedIn, and so on. But how exactly? For LinkedIn, simple. You can just post your YouTube video on LinkedIn. Very easy. Or you can share the links if you want. And X, a similar thing. You can simply upload your full tutorial to X and people will watch it. Now, how to do this for X? It's a bit more interesting. So you need some kind of a software like ManyChat. So it creates the automation where people have to comment and stuff and then automatically receive something in their DMs. So as an example, here's a reel about a certain topic, and here's how it incentivized people to comment. And in return, this creator sends people the video tutorial from YouTube, right? So this is good in two ways in particular, because it creates engagement for your Instagram posts and because it gets more people who know and like you to watch your videos so they can trust you more. Now, how you can use YouTube videos in your sales process? Pretty simple. Do you know this period between people booking a call with you or with your salesperson and people actually showing up on the call? This period of time has definitely been filled up with something valuable that you provide to a prospect, because during this time waiting for the call with you, they can actually cool down a lot. And YouTube videos are great opportunities to implement here. So whenever a person has certain concerns, maybe they filled out a form with a certain concern, or maybe they are not sure if they want to work with you, or people are just browsing for a solution to their problem, you can send the videos that tell more about their pains and how terrible it would be if they don't solve it right now. So this way you can warm up people before sales calls, and showing testimonials work especially great here. So you send people the testimonials so that people see how others got their problem solved with your solution, and this sells just instead of you, and they come to the sales call just to say yes. Also, you can answer specific prospects' concerns if they, for example, filled out a form, or they think that their problem is very specific, niched, and your solution will not work for them. So you can also work this concern as well with your videos. And the good news is that you filmed video once about how my solution works for X niche, right? And you can send it years ahead to people who have certain concerns or people from these specific niches. Cold outreach. Yeah, great thing to do, because if you do cold outreach, whether in email or in DMs, people actually search you. They explore your pages, they check your profiles before actually diving into what you're offering in that cold outreach. And YouTube videos are great examples, especially case studies that you can send to prospects through cold outreach. Pro tip, use playlists, because when people start to watch your playlist, the videos there are recommended one by one only from your channel, right? If you send just one video, other people's videos are recommended right after watching this one. But if you send a playlist, only your videos from your channel, from this particular playlist, are recommended on this bar next to the video they're watching. So I do recommend to use playlists, especially if they are tailored to specific problems, like pains your prospects usually have. For example, for this client, like the biggest concern, one of the biggest problems the clients of this client have is debt management, how to manage debt, right? And we create a playlist that talks only about this specific problem of debt management, right? And whenever somebody like really need to solve this problem, we just send them playlist and showing our approach to how we would do this, how we would help them solve it. But you know what's the hardest thing about running this whole YouTube channel for your business? It's not even that it's difficult or complicated, right? You just find keywords, you do the market research, you create a video, right? But it's just the amount of time that it takes to create a really good YouTube video and to run a successful YouTube channel that brings sales. This is where I might be able to help. I've had 2 lifestyle channels in the past and I run this one myself, and I know that it takes more than 15 hours a week to create more or less good video. So if you see that your time is worth like more than $200 an hour, and you see that this process should probably be delegated for your own mental health sake, then I can help you with that. I help businesses make persuasive videos to get more leads and sales easier with YouTube. So here's exactly what I do. I research the market and craft a clear strategy so we know what exactly to film and what exactly will get views and bring in qualified traffic to your business. So I write video script outlines that make viewers addicted to your content so they want to watch the next video. I edit videos so they look professional and easy to understand. I design highly clickable thumbnails, and we post videos online so you don't even have to log in. And we make the videos easier to find with SEO optimization. Also, we coach you on crushing the tech and filming part if you need that, because I know this is like so much stress and hassle to set up the microphone, like the OBS, the camera, and I help with all of that. I hold your hand in the way, so it's not a torture for you, but just a normal business process that takes only around 2 hours a week. I think a lot of people have it. So if you're interested, book a call. It will be in the description. Check some other testimonials of my clients on like the website, and I hope you have the most wonderful day. Goodbye.